May we never encounter any health challenge that will prevent us from eating egusi soup in this life. So let me show you guys how I make my egusi soup. First, I'll add some oil into a pot, allow that to heat up, then I'll go in with my chopped up onion. Then once that is translucent enough, I'm going to add in my blended pepper base, then I'm going to mix everything well to combine, allow that to fry for some minutes before I go in with one seasoning cube. You can choose to use seasoning cube or salt, but I chose to use a tool so that it can have that perfect combo flavor. Once it is well cooked, I'm just going to take it out and set aside for use later. One thing to take in mind is that it is not a must to have a stew base before I can make egusi soup. I just wanted to be extra. This is how I make my egusi soup, and it always comes out really delicious. I'll set that aside, like I said, add some more palm oil into the pot. Then I'm just going to add some more onion to the pot. Then I'm going to fry everything well till it is translucent before I now go in with my mixed egusi. My egusi is just a blend of egusi and onion, and I added some water to it to form a paste. So I'm going to drop this into this. You can see the consistency, not too runny and not too thick. I'm just going to add this into the pot, reduce the heat to the lowest because egusi misbehaves. If egusi no burn, it is not egusi soup. If jollof no burn, no be jollof. So I'm just going to add in the rinse out of the egusi. Then I'm going to just try to scatter everything so that it does not burn easily. So I'm just going to break it up into tiny bits. Then I'm just going to cover this up, allow that to fry. You can see what I'm going to blend. I'll leave a list for that in the description box or in the comment section. Then after about 5 minutes, I came check on this and you can see that the egusi is already beginning to misbehave. That means it is already burning. I'm just going to reduce the heat furthermore. Then I'm just going to mix everything well to combine. If you like lumps in your egusi soup, then I want to tell you that do not break everything up, just break a little. Then I'm going to cover this up, allow that to fry for some more minutes, for about 5 more minutes. You will know that this thing is ready once you cannot see any oil by the side. You will notice that the egusi has absorbed all the oil. After that, I'm going to add in the blended pepper mix or my stew. Then I'm going to add in what I blended, that stuff that I showed you guys earlier on. Mix everything well to combine. If it is too thick for you, add in some more water. I still went in with one more water because I noticed that it was very thick. Then I'm going to add in some fish. I used some kwanla fish and some stockfish, that's ukboruko or stockfish, yeah. I'm going to mix everything well to combine before I now go in with my cooked protein. I'm using cow leg for this soup. I added in some more water because I noticed that the soup was very thick. One thing to bear in mind with egusi soup is that once you add, if it is too thick, if you add more water, it is going to absorb that water. So do not be scared that the soup is going to be too watery. It is going to dry up. Then after about 10 minutes, you can see that the soup is coming on along nicely. You can see I've not added any seasoning. I just went in with some salt. Then I'm going to mix everything well to combine before I now go in with my vegetable. I went in with some uziza leaves. Uziza leaves is a game changer. If you cannot find uziza leaves, then uziza seed is another great alternative. Then after that, I'm just going to allow this to sit for like 2 minutes before I go in with my ugu or pumpkin leaves. And that's it. You can see that this is really, really nice. What swallow pairs well with this? I think fufu pairs well with this. That's smelly fufu. Now I think we pair well with this. Thank you for watching, guys. And don't forget to like, follow, and share with your friends.